Imagine sitting in a dark theater. The credits roll, but instead of satisfaction, you're left with one question. What just happened? Horror movies thrive on leaving us unsettled, but some endings go beyond fear. They confuse us, haunt us, and make us question everything. Today, we're unraveling the most perplexing horror movie ending that left audiences divided and screaming for answers. Flash quick, unsettling images of movies like The Witch, Hereditary, The Lighthouse, and Us. Act 1. Setting the stage. The art of a confusing horror ending. Music shifts to a slow, suspenseful tone. Horror movies have always been about more than jump scares. They reflect our deepest fears of the unknown, the uncontrollable, and the unexplainable. But what happens when a movie leaves us with more questions than answers? This isn't just storytelling. It's a psychological game. Let's start with Hereditary, a film that builds terror with its grounded family drama, only to unravel into a supernatural nightmare. That ending, with a ritualistic cult summoning a demon, left viewers questioning, was it all predestined? Could any of it have been avoided? Or was it a metaphor for mental illness consuming a family? The ambiguity makes it unforgettable and deeply disturbing. Brief pause, echoing sound effect plays. But that's just the start, because in horror, confusion isn't a bug, it's a feature. And the next film takes this to another level. Transition visual of shifting film reels or eerie fog. Act 2, the case studies, diving into the ending. Music picks up pace with an uneasy undertone. Let's talk about The Lighthouse, directed by Robert Eggers. The entire movie is an escalating fever dream, blurring the line between reality and madness. By the end, Robert Pattinson's character is devoured by seagulls, an homage to the myth of Prometheus, punished for stealing fire from the gods. But is that what really happened? Or was it all a hallucination caused by isolation? Audiences are still debating the clues. And then there's Us, a film by Jordan Peele that redefines the horror of duality. By the end, we learn that Adelaide isn't who we thought she was. She's the shadow. But what does that mean for us, the audience? Are we complicit in ignoring the darker sides of ourselves? Peele's brilliance lies in making us feel the unease long after the credits roll. Build tension with a rising sound effect. Still with me? Because the next example will send chills down your spine. Cut to black momentarily. Act 3, the takeaway. Why it sticks with us. Return to an intense, dramatic tone. The most confusing horror endings stick because they make us uncomfortable with not knowing. They don't just scare us. They make us question reality, morality, and even our own interpretation. They stay in our minds, forcing us to revisit them, just like we're doing now. Take The Witch. Its ending leaves us with a stark, terrifying choice. Did Thomasin embrace evil willingly? Or was it her only escape from a puritanical world that had already condemned her? It's a haunting commentary on isolation and survival, and it's unforgettable because it offers no easy answers. Cliffhanger tone and voice. And here's the thing, horror isn't the only genre that uses this tactic. There's one movie ending, outside of horror, that confuses audiences just as much. But that's a story for another video. Conclusion and CTA. Music softens, leaving a lingering, eerie note. The best horror endings don't just end. They linger. They crawl under your skin, forcing you to rewatch, to rethink, to relive. And if you're craving more spine-tingling insights, check out this video next, where I unravel the top 5 psychological thrillers with jaw-dropping endings. Don't miss it. Let's keep untangling these stories together.